can't believe it's already week 4 of the one room challenge. So we have 8 weeks to complete this remodel, and I'm working on my closet, my bathroom, and my vanity nook, and we're already at that halfway mark. This past week I finished up a few projects, but my main goal was to try and get as many light fixtures in as possible. My friends over at Crystorama supplied the most beautiful light fixtures for my space. So far I've gotten a pair of sconces up in my vanity nook, as well as a ceiling light, and the chandelier up in the closet. I haven't gotten the sconces up in my bathroom yet, but that's gonna take a lot of extra effort. I'm gonna actually have to cut drywall out in order to do that. So hopefully with the days ahead, I'll be able to nail down that project. Over the years, I've learned that adding the right light fixture can make a big impact in a space. So one of the things that you can do is really switch out those light fixtures. And it's probably one of the less expensive remodels that you can do that really adds that wow factor. Okay, so all that being said, I thought I would take a moment and be really candid with you and share some of the light fixture mistakes that I've made in the past. I really want you to have a beautiful fixture in your space and not to make the same mistakes that I've made. So I'm going to show you real quick several fixtures around my home and why it works and why it's beautiful, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about mistakes that I've made throughout the years. So mistake number 1 for me back in the day was not choosing a fixture that had enough impact. Now, I'm not saying that every space should have some big, grand light fixture in it, but I am saying that even the small, simple ones should have style. It should complement the look and the feel that you're going for in that room. Think of the light fixture like you would think of a tie that completes a suit, or the piece of jewelry that you'd put on at the very end. I know a lot of people think of the accessories as being the jewelry of the space, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think it's the light fixtures. Another mistake I've made in the past that I've tried really hard to remedy is choosing some light fixtures that are too small for the space. There's nothing worse than dwarfing that piece. I'd almost rather go slightly too big than go too small. You want to make sure that you're properly matching the scale of the room. If you need to, go ahead and get a piece of cardboard and cut it to the width of your light fixture and pin it up there on the ceiling. At least gives you kind of a visual understanding of what it's going to look like and how much space it's going to take up. Okay, so the worst mistake I've ever made is not adding enough lighting to a space. It should be obvious, but you'd be surprised at how many people overlook this. Whether you chose a fixture that wouldn't produce enough light, or whether you didn't add multiple lighting sources in the room. Remember, there's different types of lighting and it's supposed to serve different purposes. And an old house like mine, usually they just have one light fixture, if you're lucky, right in the middle of the room, and that's it. So often we replace that one, but don't take the time and effort to run electrical throughout that room to other areas that it might be needed. And finally, for a mistake that I have happily remedied, was thinking that I had to match my light fixtures to everything else in the room. I used to think that if there was a lot of chrome in the room, I had to use chrome fixtures. If there was black in the room, I had to use black fixtures. But mixing and matching your metals actually draws the eye and adds visual interest to a room. Now, I'm not afraid to do things like have dark chrome appliances, but still have that pop of gold in my fixtures. Okay, so there it is. I've laid it out on the table. I hope that you guys can learn from some of my past mistakes. And I hope that you enjoy the process as you see how I've learned how to correct those mistakes with this house that I live in now. I hope this inspires you not to just play it safe when it comes to your light fixtures, but go ahead and be a little bit bold, make a little bit of a statement in your homes. And wish me luck, because this next coming week, since I have a lot left to do on my remodel, I'm hoping to start building closet units. So I hope you'll follow along in my adventures and check back with me here again next week.